We play and call it work.
Hey folks, Janene from MiniWarGaming here with another how-to video for you. In this video, we are going to paint the Harlequin Kiss on the Solitaire Mini. We're going to do a bronze look that really gets nice and bright towards the tip of the weapon. As always, if you have suggestions for something you'd like to see in a future how-to video, please leave them down below in the comments. We're going to start with base coating everything with Warp Lock Bronze. I do want to thin my paints a little bit with a little bit of medium of some variety. I'm using Lamian Medium. I'm using this paint as a base coat because it's really dark and I really want to have a very dramatic gradient where I go from a very dark color at the base of the weapon to a really bright color at the tip. The next color I want to use is going to be Screaming Bell. On this cuff around the arm, I'm going to be painting this color over most of the area. I'm just leaving a little bit of this in the shadow between the two areas of trim on either side of the cuff, and also in a little bit around each of the gems on the cuff. Just because leaving a dark outline on all of those different areas is going to make it so they stand out and they don't fade in to the rest of the weapon. As I move on to the main area of the weapon, I'm probably painting about 80% of the kiss. I'm going to leave a little section right where it dips. I want that area to stay dark. I want the Warp Lock Bronze to remain present, but this is going over most of it. My next color is going to be Hash Hut Copper. And I want to highlight the very center of the areas that I already applied the Screaming Bell color to. And as I move to highlighting the two little borders on the edges of the cuff, I want to just catch the top curve, which would be the area that would be catching more sun. So I want that to be the area that is brighter. And as I move on to painting this long area on the kiss, I'm painting probably about a third to a half of the weapon length. I'm painting maybe a third of it with pure Hash Hut Copper, and then I'm going to have a little bit of space where I mix in some Screaming Bell into my paint and kind of blend that transition a little bit. My next color is going to be Liberator Gold. On the cuff, I'm just using this color to continue to highlight the top curve. I'm not applying any of this to the lower area that would be more shadowed. I'm just using it to pick out the areas that would be in light. And then I'm painting about a fourth of the longer section of the weapon. I'm not getting a lot at this point, and again, I want to kind of make sure that it blends into the Hash Hut Copper. These colors are a little bit closer, so it's going to blend a little bit easier. After the Liberator Gold, my next color is Rune Fang Steel. I don't want to use a lot of this color. I'm really just using it to kind of dot some of the areas that I want to be the most shiny on the cuff. So just a little dot on that trim on the edges, a little dot on some of the middle elements that I want to be really bright. And then I'm just picking out the very tip of the kiss with this as well. I don't want it to just be a line highlight around the nozzle. I want it to be a little bit wider than that, but I'm not painting a lot of the model at all. Next, I'm going to take the color Agrax Earthshade. I'm applying a little bit of this to the cuff, just kind of around all of the sculpted elements on there. I want to make sure that there's a little bit of a shadow around all of these small circles and gems so that they continue to stand out from each other. And then I'm applying a little bit of this into the area on the length of the weapon that I want to be the darkest, just to make sure that it continues to have a full gradient from a very, very dark color to a very bright color. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of Ceramite White, and I'm applying this just specifically as a very small line highlight just on the very tip of the kiss. And the last thing is to take a little bit of Abaddon Black, and I'm just going to use this to create a small dot at the very end of the weapon. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more how-to videos, I have another one where I'm going to paint the armor on this Solitaire Mini in the MiniWarGaming Vault, in the link down below in the description. If you don't already have a Vault membership, you can go ahead and click the link, sign up for a 7-day free trial, and get access to my video as well as hundreds of other videos in the MiniWarGaming Vault. So go ahead, click the link, start your free trial, and happy wargaming!